Senator Sifuna.
First of all, let me say, Chair, that as a new member of this committee, it is quite shocking that there have been whole sessions of previous committees of the Senate that have not had occasion to interact with the Cabinet Secretary responsible for foreign affairs. And I was just, consulting the Secretariat. I doubt that it is only 6 statements that could be outstanding, because in the 3 sessions that we've had in the Senate, I am sure there are more than that in terms of questions that have been directed to this particular committee. And I'm hoping, Prime CS, that now that I am here, I'm not saying that I'm more important than any other senator, but I take my committee work a bit more seriously. It would be nice that that history does not repeat itself, that we have opportunity to engage. And in fact, preliminarily, I just wanted you to paint a picture of how busy you are as a Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable CS. Luckily for you, you have a very good team. They had softened the ground for you, quote unquote, before you came, because we usually get very upset when members of Cabinet snub committee meetings for other business. We have held the position that parliamentary business actually should take priority, but we understand that the exigencies of work that might cause you not to be here. You're also lucky you have a classmate of mine in your team, which helps to calm matters. Nick Biketi is my classmate, Honorable Chair. So, because we are talking about how we're going to work, this working relationship that the Chair talked about, maybe, your physical presence before Parliament and before the committee is something else, but really responding to questions by the ministry should not be subjected to the same. We should have at least written responses to the questions that have been posed to the ministry, so that even if you are not available, then we can have something to engage on. But I just wanted to understand the sort of environment that you work. I'm famously opposition, so I don't know how government works. So maybe CS, because we were discussing with your team to find out if it is possible for them, and in conjunction with our committee here, to find ways where we can agree on the best days to meet and the highest chances of us being able to have a conversation such as the one today. I was being schooled that Tuesdays are for Cabinet. So that is the sort of information that I was hoping that we could exchange, so that in the future, if we agree that we're going to be meeting on Fridays, or I don't want to say Saturdays, but I mean, that is a sort of just preliminary engagement that I would want to get, so that I understand the sort of atmosphere that you are operating under. Then we can be able to know how we engage.
Thank you, Senator Sifuna. Senator Mgeni. Senator Lelegwe. I think, just for information, the statements that were handed over to this committee after formation of this particular committee, there are only 6. I think there is one that was supposed to be due 5th March 2024. This is on delayed issuance of passports by Senator George Mbogwa. Then delayed processing of passport applications in Kenya, that is by Mariam Sheikh. It was due also 5th March 2024. Senator Chute, repatriation of Kenya refugees from Ethiopia. I think this brought a very heated debate in the House. Then Senator Wahome Wamatinga, the waiver of visa requirement for persons traveling into Kenya. That was also 23rd May 2024. Senator Richard Onyonka, plight of missing Kenyan citizens in Saudi Arabia and other foreign countries. That was 3rd December 2024. Then the last one is Senator Edwin Sifuna, alleged kidnapping of Mrs. Florence Wanza Munyao, a Kenyan truck driver in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I think this is the one you asked, Senator. So those are the statements, and you can see some of them as far as March 2024. So if we have had a very good working relationship by now these statements should have been responded to. It's not that we want to bring down the ministry, but in the absence of maybe the busy schedule of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, PS, your team should be able to put these statements together for him and signs when he's available. It's really very important. So it doesn't go well if statement delay for almost 1 year and members are asking for it. So I think with that, Senator Sifuna, you want to say
just
something?
Just one point, most critically, Honorable Chair, is that some of those matters have actually been overtaken by events. I'm aware, for instance, that lady who was kidnapped was already released. So, you know, it makes it look like there's a problem somewhere. I mean, we should deal with the issues when they are current.
Yeah. So we now turn to Cabinet Secretary. I think your side. And then we can open up for discussion for whoever wants to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, let me just state that having been a parliamentarian, I take parliamentary business very seriously. So I will not fall into a lapse where I disregard parliamentary business or inquiries. But let me say that where there have been lapses, we shall take care and take corrective measures. Some of the issues that have come up, I've responded in the form of answers to the Senate actually, in a couple of instances. Some of the issues that come up here I've responded to. The more recent one was the one of refugees in Marsabit, which was brought by Jute. On the issue of the passport applications and delays, what I would say is that we will have to do a little better in our own coordination, because the Ministry of Foreign Affairs does not issue passports. These are issued by the Ministry of Interior, the Immigration Department. But by virtue of me being the Prime Cabinet Secretary, I can obtain the information. But I can see in some of these instances where we could have landed into trouble, in the sense that maybe it was directed to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and there could have been a delay in the communication between Foreign Affairs and Interior. But that is now for us to correct the internal communication mechanism within the executive, so that we do not have those kind of...
Sorry, I think we don't have a full statement by those members. And I'm sure, understanding this particular department very well, it could be issues of passport at the embassy level or the mission level sometimes. And I think, you know, the mission is wholly under your docket. So that could be another issue, maybe when there is a loss, when there is also new issuance, or maybe replacement. I don't know. I don't have...
I'll look at the statement so that we can get the details of it and then respond appropriately to that particular issue, including whether there was the issue of the waiver requirements, so that we went into the ETA. I will be able to respond. What I would request from the chair is that once I get full sight of the statements which you say you will share, we'll develop comprehensive responses and submit to the committee. Then the committee can call us for any matters arising thereof, and that way we will be able to deal with the issues, including aspects around treaty ratifications, aspects of capacity building, and we will also be able to share details of the sessional paper number 1 of 2025, and also give you details on programs of the scholarships that we have, the records that we have. I've been very open on this matter. I've always said that it is important that as Kenyans, we make public where scholarships have been offered, what fields, and I've even gone further to insist that we need to have a policy so that we can show to the Kenyan people that there is equity in and fairness in the awarding of these scholarships between the various supportive countries, the Ministry of Education, and of course the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I believe some of these are issues that are now even canvassed within the sessional paper on foreign policy, that we want to unlock matters around foreign policy and make them public and make more people aware of the partnerships and what those partnerships entail between us and various countries. So I want to reiterate, Madam Chair, that we will be open, will be available, and the few occasions where it may look like there was a snap, I want to put it on record that we cannot snap Parliament. Neither can we snap a committee of Parliament. So we will endeavor to improve on the communication. We will definitely want to share a lot of, because as much as you legislate for us, it would be important that we also seek your views on quite a number of issues that could have important bearing on our foreign policy and on our security issues as we go forward, because this is not a static position. These are always emerging issues. Sometimes, as we sit here, for instance, the impact of the tariffs wars have serious implications. And we need to exchange views on these kind of things. We have seen aid cut substantially in very critical areas like health, and these will have implications on the citizens of this country. So it will be important that we work very closely together. And let me put it that from today you will see a change in how we engage. And I will also talk to my team so that the areas of where we need information from another ministry, if it has been channeled through us, we should not assume that if a letter has been dropped to the other ministry to say this is about you to respond. We must have a deliberate follow-up to make sure that the question, the response is properly weaved. Because I cannot come to the Senate and pass the buck. It would be better if a colleague minister would be saying that we will refer this matter to the Prime Cabinet Secretary for a conclusive response, rather than me saying, as the Prime Cabinet Secretary, I'm referring it back to. So these are issues that we will sort out. So let me put it that indeed I am busy, Honorable Sifuna, Senator. I am busy, no doubt about it, but I'm not too busy to avoid Parliament. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prime Cabinet Secretary.